Today we're going to look at everyday objects in their area and perimeter. This is the Learning Commons at BGSU Jerome Library. We're going to take a look at a few everyday objects in here.
One of our shapes we're going to look at is this right triangle, and I'm going to also look at the poster on which the triangle is on. And the other shape we're going to look at is this circle. We're going to find the area and perimeter for all of these shapes. We found the diameter of the circle was 29.5 inches. We know that radius is diameter over 2, so using a calculator I found that radius of the circle is 14.75 inches. The area of a circle is defined by pi r squared. We know what r is, so we can plug that in. So we get a equals pi times 14.75 squared. Using a calculator, I found that 14.75 squared is 217.5625, and we can leave the pi in our answer because it is not a repeating decimal. We know that the perimeter of a circle is also called the circumference. And the circumference is 2 pi r. So we can plug for circumference 2 pi times 14.75 to get 29.5 pi as our circumference. Next, we're going to look at the area and perimeter of the rectangle. We found that the base of a rectangle was 27 inches and that the height of our rectangle was 37 inches. We know that the area of a rectangle is base times height, so we can plug that in. 27 times 37, which if I do it on my calculator, 27 times 37, I get 999. So the area of this rectangle is 999 square inches. We can then do the perimeter, which is P equals 2 base plus 2 height. So we can plug those in. So P equals 2 times 27 plus 2 times 37, which I can do on my calculator. 2 times 27 is 54 plus 2 times 37, 74. Add them together to get 128 inches as our perimeter. Our last shape that we looked at was the triangle. We found on our triangle that our base, which is the same thing as our A value in the picture, was 3.5 inches. We found that our height, which is the same as B in our picture, was 2 inches. We know that the area formula of a triangle is A equals 1/2 base times height. We can plug in our information, so we get A equals 1/2 times 2 times 3.5. If we do some quick math, the 2's will cancel out to give us A equals 3.5 inches squared. Our perimeter for a triangle is a little more difficult because we now have to find C. To find C, we can use the Pythagorean theorem, which is A squared plus B squared equals C squared. A, in our case, is 3.5, so 3.5 squared plus 2 squared equals C squared. I can do these in my calculator. 3.5 squared is 12.25 plus 4 equals C squared. I can do that in my calculator. So C squared is 16.25. I can take the square root of that. But we could really leave it in simpler terms and just say the square root of 16.25 equals C. Now, our perimeter formula is P equals A plus B plus C. So we know our perimeter is going to be 3.5 plus 2 plus the square root of 16.25. 3.5 plus 2 is 5 plus the square root of 16.25. Now we really want to use this number, so we can take the number, we can get the square root in our calculator, add 5, and we'll round to the nearest hundredth to get perimeter equals 9.03 inches.